Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Wednesdays here on the Speed Gaming Network. We are on Speed Gaming 3 tonight. I'm not alone in the booth tonight. I am joined by Tybalt as my co-commentator. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, doing fine. We also got Cheech in the background, rocking the tracking as usual. He's our, you're like our weekly tracker now, Cheech.
Yeah,
So anyways,
I guess so.
on a weekly
It's a
basis.
blast.
Yeah, definitely. So we are currently doing the Flashback Battle Royale, a celebration of 5 years of the FF6 Worlds Collide game. That is the randomizer for Final Fantasy 6 or 3, depending on which generation you grew up in. Tibble and I were dating ourselves a little bit earlier with pencil sharpeners and such, so yes, game was back in 1993, 94, depending on when you got the game. But so we are actually in week 5 of this elimination series. It's just like Royal Rumble is in wrestling. There is a cutoff point. If you don't make the fast time off that cutoff point, you are out. And you actually go into I think it's called the reminiscing bracket. I believe where you can still play some of the weeks and like that, but the normal bracket continues on. Again, we are in week 3 with Edgar's Chainsaw. So what about this flag set?
Well, let's see. So, we have a starting Edgar and 2 random characters. We got Commander's tools and all other enemy uniques, but no shock and no magic attack. Kind of reduces Zealous a little bit there.
Oh, my girl.
No Ultima. Looks like we got, random espers between 2 and 5 spells. We start off with 3 grand, but we also have cheaper items. So everything in the shops are going to be cost about 2 GP because Edgar gets his discount. We just give it everywhere. However, we do have an S sell order, so you're going to have to sell 4 items just to be able to get 1 back from the shop. So we got to make you work for it. We have some bonus things, the Dome of Dream. We get to learn 3 sword techs. The Zozo Clock, well, get 8 tools, high tier items. So, there's some value there. And then Coliseum match, we get some magic power, speed, stamina, vigor to our entire party. So maybe we'll do a Coliseum here, get some extra stats.
So the Coliseum's pretty visible. It's 120 items of visibility for that. Again, the shops do cost only 2,000 gold pieces per item, but they only cost a quarter of the cost. So you do have to do a little bit of management there because you gotta sell 4 items to get the 1 item you want. But also with the Zozo Clock is actually randomized, so it is not the vanilla. Usually, I think it's like 6/40/20. I think it was in vanilla. It is not that. It is actually randomized. So our runners don't know what it's going to be. So not sure if we're going to see that. I don't think it's a mandatory thing, but we could. But again, we're looking for 6 characters, 9 espers, 12 bosses for skip. So we want to focus on some of the checks that are actually boss eccentric, not just free checks. So it kind of like cuts down on some of the extra padding you have to do later on. Also, want to note that max scaling is level 50, not 40, as most of our flag sets like Ultra League is. It's actually 50, so it's a little bit steeper slope.
Ooh, 50. Ooh, that just seems nasty.
A little bit. But also no super balls, no rods, so we don't have any breakables to note of. And also, we're about 30 seconds out before the runners will start. Of course, there is a slight delay on the stream here. But we should be up and running here in just a little bit.
Ooh. We have 5 shops with dried meat. That's at least nice. We can find those.
On command. There we go. I got the right command now. All right.
Might have some value in that curse shield between 3 and 14. So if you start with an early lock, that might be nice. We don't learn Ultima though. Oh. Miss Saber.
Yes.
Are you shaking with Antissa? Just like I am?
Anticipation? Yes, but I'm also trying to get the stream up on my end. I was trying to, like, I can't remember where the pop-out feature is in Discord, but I got it right now just in time for the race to start. Once again, oh, by the way, racers, the Schwans27, who's one of our administrators here in our community, along with Sigil and Saris Rose, two of our newer faces to our community. Saris Rose went very, very far in the Mogul Cup, which is our rookies tournament, so be sure to check that out as well if you want to learn how to play this game. Alright, we're off and running with a Thunder Herd of Basset Hounds. We already know we got Edgar, we have +5 Vigor, +5 Magic Power. We also got Mog and Locke as part of the party as well. Looks like we have a Capture Lock, so Vanilla Lock, and I think that was a Magic Morph? Oh, Lore with Quasar. On Mog.
Well, Mog's really nice to have Lore. We start with the Log, so I mean, grabbing an early shield, grabbing some early, high-tier items here with Locke from the Esper check and the weapon shop, let's get some gear, get some online here.
Yeah, so the shield is between 3 and 14 battles, so a little on the better side of things. Sigil did go to World of Balance, not World of Ruin, so they did start the Wolf check. The chests are gonna be the same, World of Ruin or Balance. Just this is gonna be a little bit further ahead on the Wolf check, while Schwans and Saris Rose are going to try to get the shield and blocks check on top of that. So Schwans and Saris Rose doing a little bit more of a combination better there because they're looting the chest and also getting the shield here. Thunder Shield, by the way, in the armor shop there for Narsh. And Schwans is about to get the Curse Shield. We'll see how many battles it is.
Well, let's see, 9.
It's little... It's that borderline. It's that borderline point.
I mean, you take 2 or 3 early, you get some scaling, take 2 or 3 random encounters to get your levels up, and then you have to do 7 boss battles with a Curse Shield. If you find like a ribbon or a peace ring, it's bad. When you think about it, you have to do 12 to be able to get the skill.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, it's doable. I mean, we don't have a lot of fights, though. I mean, Edgar has no early fights. Locke doesn't really have any early fights. Mog does, thanks to Kefka and Narsh combo with the Wolf, and you also have Moogle Defense. So it's more doable, but not great.
No. Gauntlet and Hyperus here in
wow.
Figure Out Ruin. Woo. Just need an angry stick now.
Yep. So Esper or Force Armor there for Sigil. Definitely going with the Esper there. Force Armor for Shield. Not great. I mean, you basically got equal to, like, leather armor, but you have a super duper magic defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like ribbons and peace rings for sale also, so don't have to worry about any of those curses.
No, it'd be definitely easier to break. By the way, we do have vanilla tools on Edgar. I forgot if we mentioned that. So we know what tools are. Plus, we can get all the tools for Edgar if we want. By again doing that Zozo clock. Zozo's clock is randomized. It is not the 620-40 or 640-20. I forget which way it goes in vanilla. So it's actually randomized. So our players will have to figure out the clues from the lying NPCs from in-game. Cat Hood, by the way, for Schwans, that's going to help with the money gain. Because money gain from fights is only ×1. It is actually vanilla. So, money gain could be a little slower than usual.
Elixirs, nothing too great. Besides that Cat Hood for great elemental defense. And of course the extra money gain.
Yeah, elixirs are actually really, really great. As we get a raid from Knuckly Kong of 3, thank you Knuckly Kong for that. Do appreciate that. But elixirs are really good in this kind of setting, because also with Edgar, by the way, even though items cost 2,000, they only cost 1,000 in the World of Ruins, South Figaro. So they kind of elixirs almost work as sleeping bags, except you can't bring your character back. Well, you can't bring the character back to life anyways. They kind of work like sleeping bags in this situation, so they actually can use them in and out of battle. So getting a bunch of elixirs is really good, as we find even more hyper risks here in the Return to Saito.
Yeah, I found a red jacket at the bottom of the mansion here and an Atma weapon.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't exactly have.
Regular Schwans, we have our Gauntlet Hyper Risk weapon.
We got an angry stick. Let's go.
It is in Nakia. Ooh, it is off the beaten path. Hello.
Wow, that's a me play right there. So like, I'll check Nikia just for prosperity's sake, because I'm going to go somewhere where nobody else goes, and getting paid out in dividends. Yeah, get me 3 of those.
3 of those bad puppies. I fortunately wasn't looking at the characters. I didn't see who could use it.
I think at least I saw like Locke and Edgar could.
Sarah's Rose in the basement finding a Genji glove, so I don't think they're going to go Nakia, but if they do, they can double wield Ragnaroks.
Genji glove, gauntlet, rags. Okay.
We do have a little problem with Sigil's feed. That's why we lost the audio there. So we're going to stick to Schwanz's and Sarah's Rose's sides here.
And it looks like we're...
Oh, find the spots. Find the spot there. Okay. Well, there's 2 spots near the desert that you can find here. There's that one little tuck corner over there to the right. It's actually a little bit longer. The best spot to stop for South Figaro Castle is actually just north of it. If you leave from the Returner's Hideout, which is where Sigil is right now on this frozen screen, if you go due west of there, there's a little bit of a notch due north of South Figaro Castle. That's the fastest route to get into the castle and back out of it again. So, just a little tip there.
I always hate going to Figaro like this because it's just a long walk through the desert.
It is, but you also got to remember it is discounts on 2 shops worth of items. Plus, there's tons of tools in there to use. Selling Genji helmets kind of brave, I will say. I don't see really any more items they could sell for stuff, but everything cost 1,000 because all these discounts. Vidify, Revivify. That's going to be important to try to get rid of any zombie statuses.
Yeah, Revivify, Chainsaw in there.
And out soft, not really sad seeing those. More elixirs available in the shop there.
We found our skein shop. If we ever find a thrower.
Oh, yes.
Every skein available in the shop on the right. Like I saw fire, lightning, and water and shadow. So it's just like, yep. You get some money and there you're on the way. But money's always gonna be a problem in this one.
Sigil did find Genji gloves in the relic shop.
World of Balance. Ready Behemoth suit.
Behemoth suit, not bad. It actually gives you vigor. It gives you more vigor than what we have. We did start with +5 vigor. If we do that Colosseum, just one match of Colosseum, you get +10 magic, +10 speed, +10 stamina, which is kind of and +10 vigor. So we definitely power up all of our characters if we do that. And it looks like Schwans will be finding the Genji glove here because I believe it is in this relic shop right here. So definitely be buying that. Oh, the hero ring too. Woo!
Okay, only got an early game, figure out that hero ring. Supplement levels with that.
But unfortunately, it's balanced, not ruined. So these are at full price. The discount, the King Lee discount, is only in the World of Ruins. So
it's fine. Just sell a couple items. You don't need that. You don't need that elixir. You don't need those throwing stars. It's fine.
By the way, Genji helmet was on the throne there, which I believe all 3 of our runners have done. So a little bit of a debt check there. Sigil does find the weapon down in the basement as they go through the basement. Schwann's probably be going through the basement very, very soon as they loot near the mayor's house right now.
Yeah, that shed.
The rich guy, the mayor or rich guy? I think it was the mayor, right?
It's rich guy. Rich guy's house.
Yeah. Which is sitting at the table right there, drinking his sorrows away after he basically gave South Figaro to the Empire.
Why did he have to get into corruption? No, bad.
Crazy enough in this game of vanilla, there are multiple instances of alcoholism in this game. So
yeah, so there it is on. Okay, so it looks like Mog's the only one that cannot wield the Ragnarok.
I mean, that's fine. He loses out on stats. However, he does have lore. He does have Quasar for that. So he is fine with not needing the really Ragnarok. However, earrings would be nice. Oh, or never mind. +2 magic power on the Terrado Esper. So never mind. We are fine with that for Mog now.
Yep, Mog's going to sit with that for, 30 levels? Maybe more. Like that.
You're gonna set that and forget it unless you find a realm or somebody else later on that can get like good spells on them. Unless you find that, then you're not worried about, oh, it's one picking up a battle. Did not equip the Moogle charm. Not sure if that was on purpose or not.
He went through all of his feeling a thunder rod.
Ooh.
That's a nice pickup.
Yeah, no rods, no balls in shop, so stealing one's going to be very huge here. I believe the dragons are scaled. It doesn't mention that in our notes if they're scaled or not, but I believe they are scaled as a default. So that would be nice to probably maybe pop into a dragon here soon and get some levels.
I don't know. He went through his relics there and re-equipped and got some gauntlet on there with the rag users and the hyper wrist, and left the Moogle charm off. I'm guessing this is like a very early area to kind of grab some experience before you leave. I know some people will grab experience outside of Narsh because you got 3 different encounter tiles there, whether it's inside Narsh, outside, or balance even. And you get that free heal there in that teaching house.
Yeah, so some chat's talking about scaling. Again, yes, it is 2.5 scaling according to characters, espers, and dragons done. But you only get 2 times characters, esper, dragon, XP gain, GP gain back. So it is a little bit steeper curve than usual. It has a big battle level of 4 Schwans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, XP is 3 times, scaling is 2.5 times levels. Levels in 2.5 times levels in HP, 2 times for XP and GP. Okay. Blah. It's split for some reason.
More like a tongue twister at that point.
No. Lazy Lucy. Snipers!
She sells seashells by the seashore.
So to pick up a sniper, we don't really have a rage user right now, because that's the best use for snipers.
Yeah.
I think Schwann's definitely pulling out the lead here. Finos Ragnarok's early. Actually has an extra one in their pocket right now. Hopefully can find...
Sigil just found an EXP egg.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Oh, doing the Saberwolf route. Going to Albrook here.
Yep.
Wasn't the Saberwolf chest, though. Wasn't in my chest.
No. But I mean...
Ooh, Hero Ring.
Hero Ring. Sniper sight. I mean, just... Albrecht got all the goods.
Yeah, just grab all 3 of them, and you just put a Hero Ring in each character that gives them extra damage, extra magic power, helps all 3 of them out. Who would you put the XP egg on, though, is the question.
You know, that's a difficult question. I think, considering with Mog, with lore, we have an MP, or magic power Esper, that EXP just goes right on Mog. Here, get your mag power up to whatever, and you can just blow through it like Rake or Quasar.
Also, that Toronto Esper, now that we're mentioning it, also has Cure 2 and Life 3. So there's our Common's Protection as well, going on to Mog with the +2 magic power. And also, he put the Experience Egg onto Edgar having a Ragnarok for Sigil. So it looks like he's going to power up his heavy hitter here instead.
Giving levels to the person that can wield the Atma weapon, I mean, definitely defensible in that option too. If you're not so much a use for magic and just want to do physical fighting, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sigil getting a little fight in here. We're going to rod. Early. Oh, here is this Coliseum play, early Coliseum play. Again, this is +10 to pretty much all your stats. Only 6 items available for trade here. So you're just pretty much doing this just to get the stats here. Hazer, pretty easy fight here, especially with the Ragnarok. Double Ragnarok Genji Glove using Lock here is going to get that. So we're going to get +10 to all of our stats now. So this boosts our characters up even further than they already are.
Oh yeah, that +10 mag on the on the Mog. Like, okay, I can go do things.
That is true. We do have clearing. Thank you for that. Also, there is an Atma weapon floating around, so also putting the XP egg on the planned Atma weapon user would be helpful too. Early Phoenix Cave here for squads. Indeed. Okay, so possible dragon here with our 2 rag users here.
I see it. I mean, I see the early Phoenix play. You know, a lot of people. It's a free check, essentially.
Oh, Sarah's Rose and my girl atop of Narsh here, World of Balance with the Wolfie check. She has sketch, not great, but you know what? With these rags and weapons, we don't care.
No, we don't. And a Scion there.
So a Scion in there too. Okay.
Okay.
Put that in your pocket there, Saris. We can always come back for character 4 there, character 5 there later on.
I mean, Scion is more or less the Tate of the group 9 times out of 10. But he can help you just to wear a Google charm.
That's very true.
Yeah,
But we also want to push. But the other problem is we don't want to push scaling too fast.
Right.
We could basically do fights there. Try to get some levels. Plus, Cyan does give us 3 sword techs, not all of them, only 3 of them. So Cyan would be worth picking up if we had to have a sword tech user, which we don't. Plus, I think Celeste is gonna be better than him, anyways.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite characters, Celeste.
Yeah, she says better core stats. And then having a buff by plus 15 vigor, plus 15 magic power also. Keep that in mind. Which what Schwantz has on his characters right now.
Yeah, so like the old age-old rule in most of these randomizers are do your freebies and do your objectives. Well,
Yeah,
Phoenix gave it a freebie.
Yeah, Dolwyn, was it worth picking up there? I mean, saving you on trip time back and forth probably would have saved you on time. However, you're also risking to having battles on only 3 of your characters, not all 4 characters. Try to get your levels up before you get to a possible good, bad boss. You don't know what the boss is going to be up there. So, taking a safer route here for Sarah's Rose, more of a guaranteed progression to move on out of this round. So, it's a safe play. Let's just put it that way. It's a safer play.
Yeah, you get something like the Stooges up there, and it'll just be like,
Yeah, and he's only level 3. Oh, they're only level 3. So, by the way, Sigil doing the South Figaro cave, the tunnel armor check. It is numbers, not Magic Master. Everybody, calm down. Wow, and Mog with exactly 51 magic power for the Quasar here. Magic points, rather.
Rather than not having enough, right?
Yep. And a white bargain here in Phoenix Cave. Got a couple rods.
Okay, so double Scar Beam. It's still a little touch and go there.
Ooh, that was half. Ooh, level Pearl. Let's see if his cash is... No, okay, it's evil. Okay, good. Oh, we are in double digits. Yeah, we're low.
Well, the Genji Glove just steal twice.
Yep. So Genji Glove will steal twice with Genji Glove, or steal would do it twice with Genji Glove 4 times with Offering, by the way. So the capture ability. And also Sigil gets their fight down, so a couple of Boston Dragons down here for our runners. 18 minutes into the run here. Oh wow, it looks like we learned X Zone too here.
Okay. Gem box. I mean, not a great item, but not a bad item either. I could definitely see at this point, at least on Schwann's side, I can see, Mog being the utility character in the Kefka fight.
Ooh,
20 grand there in a random chest. That's 10 items worth right there.
Yeah, that is huge. That is by all the Ragnaroks and all the kingdoms.
Let's see what Rose is doing down here, re-equipping.
I just want to let people know that our tracker, unfortunately, is not working for Saris Rose. So we will have to keep an eye on that and keep you updated verbally on where they're at. Siren Esper there for Schwann's. That's 2 Espers, 3 characters for them. as they have not gone up to the top of Norris, where we know there's 2 characters, Celeste and Cyan, sitting up there, and Saris Rose is doing the Opera House check, thanks to their Celeste pickup.
Okay. I mean, you get some random encounters in here with all the scaling you have. Are we gonna get the woof woof? No.
Aww.
No woof woof. Schwan's is back here in the World of Ruin Figaro. I think she saw something in the item shop he's going back for. Some rename cards.
Oh.
So what do we have here at the engine room? Flame eater. I think we have some flame shields we picked up there in the returner's hideout. And the Schwann's is thinking about looting it one way off just here in Tunnel Armor, but decides not to. Could be. Or not Tunnel Armor spot. Going for the World of Ruin Figaro check here. Looks like we're having a bit of issues with Sarah's, but it looks like they're getting through that fight.
I forget P2 was top of P1. I forget that part. Anyways, we do have some extra going here with Saris Rose again going through the top of the Opera House here, as Sigil is doing some bomb, I guess, diffusion here inside the South Figaro Castle, which is also where Schwantz is going right now as well.
Yeah, so it's like we got some duplicity here.
Ooh, this is actually a good fight for Saris if they can get this. This is a lot of money in XP here if they don't run away.
Yeah, they got through the first one. I think took all 4 out, so got a lot of money in that first encounter.
Taking the extra item here, Stunner, not a bad item, not a bad. I mean, we do have better weapons like, I don't know, Ragnarok, but hey.
Stunner has a very good use. Can stop.
Yes. Stop in the name of love.
Stop. Hammer
A
time.
little hydration there out of Schwann's side with her Moogle.
Yeah, go up with the Aqua Warwick, which is, probably a little bit cheaper, but, roughly same power. So, I mean, you get a little bit more off than just one Quasar.
Saris Rose looks like they're electing not to break the shield. Schwann's is trying to break the shield, as obviously Mog has the countdown timer above their head, so they are trying to break the shield. I don't know if Sigil's doing it or not.
I don't think Sigil is either. I mean, without Ultima, like, you have half a use for the shield. You just use it for the great defense it provides, which allows you to do other fights maybe at a little bit lower with being able to absorb every single element, like that. So that can make a difference in some fights.
Oh, so one thing to know about Hero Ring, as Saris Rose doubled it up on their character, it won't double up the physical damage slashing part, but will double up the magic part.
Really?
So just a note there. So even though you have 2 Hero Rings on, it will only do the magic side, not the attacking side. So
Look, I knew you could do like a Hero Ring earring and it would work the same as 2 earrings. I just didn't realize you could do 2 Hero Rings that way.
I believe you can, yes. It just doesn't double up the attack power though, and you can't also if you pair a Hero Ring with an Atlas Armlet, it does nothing too.
Yeah,
so.
you want to pair it with the Hyper Wrist.
Right, Hyper Wrist is a different stat boosting element. along with Rage Ring and other items too. But yes, hearing does the same effect. Start, by the way, Esper there at the bottom of the castle. Oh, does Sigil not gonna do Dragon there for some extra levels? It does increase scaling, but they're not gonna do it for extra levels and learning and stuff. Sabin, Sarah's Rose actually knows where 6 characters are.
Oh, okay.
So nope. So Swans and Sigil do not have any information on where any of the characters are. Sarah's Rose, though behind on Esper's, essentially has all 6 characters now.
Yeah, and Sabin having a whole lot of quick checks. So might be catching up on those Espers here. Didn't see what he had for abilities, but
Our chat, Sabin finally appreciates the opera.
I mean,
his squad's like, why is everybody yelling? Or whatever it was in game. Swans is going to continue the Dragon Train. Now, this was a Goldie Dragon. Oof! Ow! Maybe that's why Sigil didn't want to do it.
yeah, that's a ow.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the Cursed Shield, that's going to do extra damage to you, as you are weak to all elemental attacks, I believe, with the Cursed Shield on.
Yep, you are.
Sarah's Rose taking out some doggos, unfortunately. We like to pet the doggos around here. So unfortunately, and us characters are sick and Tithra, so we don't have to go back up to Norse anymore. We just got the other girl.
Okay, now here comes the question. You know, being only 26 minutes in, we get Terra. Do we do Sealed Gate and do we do the armory down there for all of those items?
We do armory, but we don't do the gate part.
We do armory, but not the gate part.
Armory, but not the gate part. Also, the only way to be taking Terra into the party is if she might have shock. Or...
No shock or magic.
Well... I mean, we don't learn all the Magitechs for doing Magitech, though. Also, Magitech is not available, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. The Magitech's
not available. Shock's not available, too. So, literally... I mean, the only thing would be Sword Tech, but we don't have Cyan, so we could get Cyan, but
I could see that for the utility. Leave Mog.
Oh no, look! No, look! By the way, Senior Behemoth in the Coliseum for Sigil. Edgar doesn't have a weapon.
What?
Yeah, Edgar doesn't have a weapon in this fight, apparently. So that's going to be an reset there for Sigil, unfortunately. I believe Sigil was using tools on Edgar, doesn't have a weapon equipped on them. And hopefully they didn't reset them too far back. Yeah, he didn't have a weapon on his Edgar. And hopefully he saved after he got to the airship.
Okay.
He's going back to the Coliseum now. Sarah's Rose is moving on to other places here thanks to having Terra. Is going to do Collapsing House, which also has Thief, which we have not seen what Thief is yet.
I think somebody checked it, but I don't remember what it was.
This is actually 2 Espers. So Sarah's Rose, way ahead of characters. Neither Swans or Sigil have a 4th character yet. Sarah's Rose already at 6 characters. Has a 7th character if they really want to, also in a back pocket. This could be 2 Espers to really catch them up with the other 2 runners here. So this could be a huge breakout lead for Saris.
We have a veteran fight here with Locke on Sigil's side. Not exactly the fight you want to fight because, well...
Oh, no.
Roulette. Yeah, roulette.
Wah, wah. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, that was a 50-50 chance, so, just rolled wrong.
Yeah, well, just make sure you put a ribbon on, you'll be fine. Or a safety bit.
Oh, ribbon doesn't, I don't think. So it has to be safe to be the Memento ring, I believe.
There we go, we got through the IN.
Yeah, you're really just doing this just for the easy stats boost. So all your stats are going to be definitely boosted up here, especially using Ragnarok, especially using the lore and like that. But Saris Rose does get back out of the collapsing house and does get rewarded with a Edgar, stop being depressed and tell us what it is. Oh, unless the game froze.
Yeah, I think he got rewarded us with a dropped frames.
No, we won't know what
Right
they
now,
have.
that Imperial-looking guard is stealing all our frames. Hey, we must fight Kefka to get them back. 1,200 for... Like, just... We know it wasn't a character. We just wanted to know whether or not it was an Esper or a high-tier item.
It looks like it was a item because you only have one Esper still. So Saris Rose still sitting on only an Esper here.
Digital about to go find the Sabin at the Opera House here. Or, nope, doing the Dragon.
Doing the Dargan? Saris Rose is going to be off and running over to, looks like the Coliseum here. So now they're going to get their stats boost now.
Wait a minute, I think Sigil found an offering. Yep, Sigil found an offering. Where? I have no idea. Oh no! What? Oh, for sale. Oh, the offers were for sale in Narsh. No, it was the cockatrice just hit Bog and said turned him to stone, just knocked him out cold.
Oh, damage overload.
Mm-hmm. We have a Mog versus a Behemoth on Saris Road's side. I mean, yeah, the offering is nice, but not having something like a VK or a high-level Atma user, or even Dice. I think the offering is actually hurting the damage in this fight.
It can at lower levels. I mean, you really want to be closer to level 30 for the Atma weapon to really to shine. But ooh, this Wind Slash is going to knock out everybody but Edgar here.
Whoa! So Saris Rose put up a fire rod and got back Illumina.
What? That was the random?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Saris Rose is going berserk right now. Unfortunately, only has one Esper, and also finds character number 8, essentially.
I really feel like Saris is impersonating me right now because that's all I could ever find. Is I just find character after character after character.
Okay, so Swans is picking up what the seed's laying down. They are now going into Narsh, so they're going to figure out that, oh, I've exhausted all my other checks now. It has to be Kefka at Narsh or Wolfie or Moogle Defense now.
But I think in Swange's position, I think you take the Cyan like right away at this point.
Yeah, Schwanz is going to take both characters now. He does have the levels. He can do both these checks immediately. So he'll be taking both these characters. He'll be jumping all the way up to 5 and 6, by the way. Only needing 6 characters, 9 Espers to try to move on to get into Kefka's Tower. At 33 minutes in here.
So here on Swange's side, you take the Cyan and you just Dome a Dream. That's 3 boss fights. That's 3 items right there for you. That could probably be 3 Espers. Or maybe 2 Espers and a character. And then you're off to the races.
Well, Saris Rose is trying to chase these Espers. They are going to try to chase waterfalls to try to get these Espers here.
You're not supposed to. You don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay?
You got to listen to the rivers and the lakes. Yeah, I know, right?
How many music references can we make in this restart?
Oh, tons. Oh, please. We used to do Saturday night. Saturday night was Chaos Day, where we just loaded off all the songs and stuff. What? Swans is? Whoa, wait, what? Swans? You were turning it back on the girl there for a second. You just went to the Thunder Shield, just went, oh, never mind, I'm going to go to Sarah's Celeste after all. Ah! Give me that dang heart attack, man.
Yeah. We had a good old ulti at the waterfall, and we do not have a character on Sarah's roadside, so we're either going to get an Esper or an item here from the waterfall.
Yeah, and also it is an Esper, but also Sigil's also picked up on what the seeds laid down as well. Is going to find out is everything's at the top of Narsh in the world of balance here. It's going to go up here and it's going to see Cyan as they run past Cyan to get to their Celeste.
Yeah.
Ooh, love this play out of Saris Rose. Magitech. The first two checks are guaranteed to be Espers or items, no characters. So the first two here is going to be amazing here for Saris.
Yeah. I don't, there's no reason to do the full check. Like, it's just no. It's a sad if you do the third check, you just feel real bad going, I got to do this for a character only. We got some cranes here at Kefka at Narsh. So he brought the castle with him? And we all know he cheats. Nine HP and a dream for this lock. Huh. Do we have any warp stones?
I believe we did start with 3 warp stones, according to our flag set here. Yes,
yeah.
we started with three. We did start with 3 of them.
I'm so used to not starting with warp stones. So like, it's like, are they gonna have to walk out of Magitech?
Okay, I can update you that Sigil. Sigil, why do you have to have this kind of tracker? Sigil has 5 characters, 4 Espers. Because they just picked up the Cyan there. Schwann's with 5 characters, 6 Espers. And Saris has 7 characters. And currently at 2 Espers, I believe.
So where do we go next on Schwann's? Back into Narsh? Probably gonna do the newest check at it. Or no. Free heal.
Well, I mean, if we have... do we have? No, he doesn't have Terra, because Terra is in the camp. So he can do Moogle defense, but he won't, because he's got better checks, like... Because he was like, he's probably going to do Magitech or Dream, probably.
Yeah, Dream. Dream's a pretty popular one.
Yeah, he is
Like,
going to Dream, so... Or
it's
not.
It's
Oh, he's buying more rags.
Yeah. Buy more rags. Yeah, can always
Yeah, buy the stock market and rags. Oh, we don't have enough money. We only have 31. Oh, no.
Oh, no. What are we going to sell here for? Crystal Mill? Yep. Air Anchor.
Okay, we got 1. You got rename cards. Get rid of the rename cards. We don't need 4 name rename cards for.
I don't know.
Celeste, also a rag user, does have the Atma weapon, but Schwann's does not have the experience tag that Saris Rose has. As they get through their fight, the Kefka fight here in the bottom of the Magic facility in the trash. Oh, no, that was the second fight, actually. So they get the Raiden. That's going to be Esper number 3 for them. And they are going to push through all 3 Magic here.
Forced encounters, get some extra experience.
Does risk getting character number 9, technically.
Yeah.
Oh, Schwann's not saving here. Is going to go force right to peek at leader here. And finds not a character. So this could be an Esper for them. Senor Behemoth.
Giving us a storm.
Ooh.
And
Mog-
Mog takes an after.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mog's still trying to break the shield. Okay, Sigil buying a muscle belt.
Bump.
On their way to find the Celeste chick in the basement, who unfortunately is going to find a... Well, no, it's going to be good for them, because Go-Go is actually character number 6 for them. So actually, this is actually kind of welcoming.
Something brought up in chat that finishing up Magic gives you 2 more bosses towards skip.
It is true.
So...
Oh, that's a reset for Schwann's here.
Uh-oh. When was the last save?
Senior Behemoth later game can be a little troublesome. Pretty much having all abilities available to them.
Go right back into it, not doing the dream?
So it was going to dream again.
That wasn't dream, that was Dome of Defense. Just
yeah, no. Oh, okay, he's going to go... Okay, he's going Magitech, okay. Did not do basement here, so Schwann's did not do basement, so they do not have their Go-Go. So they only have 5 characters. First part of Magitech was a dead check, second part was an Esper.
Yep,
so he's only going to get 1 Esper out of these first 2. Meanwhile, Sigil is going to try to do Dream, which Schwann is, I guess you could say, chicken out of.
Yeah, I didn't bother looking at it. Like,
oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Saris. Saris's luck has run out as they find themselves face to face with Magimaster.
They have a fully unlocked shield, so
they took it off. So I guess they're moving it to somebody else.
They're moving it to somebody else, so they can
Mog with the yeah, they're moving over to Mog because they do have a quad 9's there with the Thunder Shield. The +2 magic power boosted Mog. He does have Quasar. Yep. Was out of MP, so having to refresh that as another character goes down.
Elemental high magic power damage from Magimaster. Yep, that is a heads up play by Saris Rose. And for the recently just came out of the Moogle tournament? Really? Man, these newer players are really catching up fast.
Yeah, this was a Moogle Cup player, top 4 player out of the Moogle Cup series, as Schwann's does take out Rexel there in the first part of Magitech, but again, that is a dead check. Sigil in the first part of Dream is going to face the Pumbaba, and Sarah Thrill pumping away there. And at the Magimaster, he does go down. Terra, fortunately, doesn't get any experience off this fight, but does get through the fight, which is the most important part.
Yeah. Heads up play for swapping the Paladin shield over, knowing the high magic power. That's
mostly for the defense, going for a character that knows they can be able to hit Magimaster regardless of what their defenses were. So more of a, I need to survive this fight more than anything.
Yeah, but it's a 5-head move, like...
Yeah, it is. And Schwann's, by the way, their second part. We'll see if they go to the third part of this as Phantom. So that's 2 Aspers out of 3 possible checks here for Magitech Facility. However, Toilet Atma in the sky there on the backside, too. Not an easy fight either.
No, like, that back half of Magitech has not been nice. It's been evil.
Alright, we'll see if Schwann's backs out or pushes through here.
Please back out. You're gonna have a real bad time, man.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna have a bad time.
Everybody M's in chat for Magimaster. Throw the M's up.
We got the nerd in the house.
Yeah, fortunately, Schwann's will be facing their own M&M experience here in a bit. But Atma Weapon does go down for Saris Rose without too much trouble here.
Mm-hmm. Safety save.
Yeah, you want to land for safety save there for Schwann's. Sigil's still trying to get through this Pumbubba fight. Looks like we got a VK lock here going on here. That does take out Pumbubba. Mog does not get the experience off that fight, unfortunately. Ceres Rose does go to South Figaro Cave here. I believe that is a Esper for them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if these 3 or 4 encounters here on the train ride.
Yeah, I am being told this is an Esper here for Ceres. So Ceres will be a 7 characters, 5 Espers. Schwann's currently have 5 characters, 7 Espers. This will be Esper number 8 if you can survive through the Magic Master fight. Sigil. Yeah. I hate their tracker.
It's a character and item here at Doma 2. Dream 2.
Ceres running at 6 and 5, but we do not know what the rewards are for this.
No, we just saw a ghostly figure, so we know it's not a character.
Okay, so possibly, so Schwann's and Ceres could be tied out of this here. So Ceres could be 6 and 7, with Schwann's will be at 5 and 8.
Okay. Kirk Shield has been uncursed by Schwann, so that's at least...
only because Schwann's... The only difference is Schwann's did not go into Suffragura basement for Go-Go.
Yep.
Ceres Rose gets to the other side there, does get the Esper there.
I think Schwann's just kind of tightening in his search pattern instead of going out wide. Like, you go out wide to find characters, then you can just kind of tighten it in there near the end. So, may end up, getting all of the Espers and then start doing your quick check,
Schwann's has the answer. Berserk, the one weakness for Magic Master, prevents him from doing all the wall changes and the high magic power attacks. So, this will be a much easier fight for Schwann's now.
You didn't have to worry about getting that Curse Shield uncursed. Alexander Cure 3, Life 3, and something else there.
Oh, hello. Spicy Chicken at the wealth check here. Spicy Chickens if you got him in the chat.
Spicy Chicken trying to cook us, but yeah, about that. I mean, Schwann's is making quick work of this nerd here, this Magic Master.
Uh-oh, here comes Spicy Chicken does a little bit of damage there, not too bad. Schwann's gets through!
Yeah.
By the way, I believe our runners did pick up did loot a Mega Elixir at some point. Ceres Rose actually has 2 Mega Elixirs thanks to the Magic Master pickup as well, as you do get through the Spicy Chicken and take them out.
Mega Elixirs are actually for sale.
Ah.
Yeah. So, like, even better, like, $1,000 for a Mega Elixir? Yes, please.
Oh, Air Force is the final boss for Dream. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. It's just these, wave
cannon. That's going to take out... Ooh, okay, nope. Survived.
Survived, but really turned that VK loose there.
Definitely, we'll see if Spark comes out before Quasar cast. Nope, gets the Quasar off.
Yeah, I think the Scare Force is going to be gone here real quick.
Ceres Rose trying to parallel park the airship here and melt Colts.
No Colts, long check. Not one of my favorites.
No, not one of my favorites. It never gives me a character Esper. It always gives me an item, so I always think this is a dead check anyways, no matter what.
I always get lost.
I think they would have like better checks they could do. They could do Terra's Pumbubba check, which is a peekable check. They have Phantom Train, which is also a peekable check from Sabin. Yes, Phantom Train does take a little bit, but you'll know what your reward is before you do it, so...
Yeah.
Always favorable for that. But Sigil, Nope, does not get the extra Esper on the backside. It does get
Minerva.
Minerva, though, so that's not horrible.
No, it's definitely a decent item to pick up instead of an Esper. You're never angry about a Minerva.
For all the people who are watching here, that our tracker unfortunately is messed up between Schwann's and Saris Rose. The tracking that you're seeing is Schwann's tracking, not Saris Rose's tracking. We are going to tell you that Saris Rose is currently at 8 characters and 5 Espers. Just flip flop it. Just flip flop the numbers, and you get Saris Rose the numbers now.
It looks like it's it's not Inferno, it's his brother. The less scary.
Oh, but Schwann's does go in the basement, does pick up the go-go, so they are at 6 characters, 1 Esper away from KT unlock. 50 minutes in, currently level 31. Not great levels, though. They're kind of low. Also, they are sitting at... Let's see, Schwann's is sitting at 15 bosses. Saris Rose also sitting at 15 bosses. So they do... those are checks, not bosses, sorry. 9 bosses for Saris Rose. Only 7 bosses for Schwann's, as he's going to pick up an 8th one here off this fight. This is kind of a rematch, by the way, between Schwann's and Senior Behemoths. That's what we see on the Sigil side.
Yeah, Senior Behemoth, you be real mean. And we have Saris go and check that Phantom Train. I believe we already know it was an Esper, so...
Yep.
It'll be time to boogie on here to get our levels and start making that climb. It's always nice that you can grab the item here. Oh, Golem.
Ooh, it's Golem.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got Life 3 for, columnist protection, and then we've got Golem for 10 hits. Like, yeah, okay, I'm willing to go in a little bit lower level at that point.
Schwann's a little flare there at the end of their fight for Senior Behemoth. Is going to X on him, but it is a dead check. Thanks to Sigil's side, it is only a Thunder Shield. So no reward there. Saris Rose, by the way, higher levels than the our other runners. They're in the upper 30s to level 41 on their Edgar. The XP egg definitely showing dividends for their end, as both Sigil and Schwann's averaging only in the low 30s right now.
Yeah, where does Schwann... No, Colts. It's like, where's Schwann go next? Colts. Or no, Narsh.
Narsh. So this would be Moogle Defense. This is peekable. We will know if it's a character or item/Esper. So if he sees a character pop up on the screen, which is unlikely, as Mog was one of our starters. So this is a higher chance of being Esper and item, as you can see. It is an Esper or item.
Yeah.
Because we did see Mog have a character as one of their rewards, along with character Narsh. So we're pretty sure this would not be a character anyways.
I think characters we haven't seen yet. Like, we haven't seen Strago or Realm.
Or Shadow. We haven't seen anybody from that family.
That's right.
We also haven't seen some giant white bear thing. We haven't seen that yet.
Oh.
And and we also have not seen. I think that's everybody, right? No, we haven't seen Setzer. Gao.
Oh.
Sigil, by the way, currently at 6 characters, 6 Espers. Unfortunately, we're going to see a dead check down here. Esper on the second one. If they push through Esper on the third one, however, they're going to have to go through Magimaster. So they could be at 6 and 8 here, as Schwann's is going to face off against, looks like, it's Inferno and Guardian here for Saris Rose. Both these fights, not great.
Getting
the sketch big guard, though.
Yeah, get that big guard. Oh, looks like Yeti was at Mount Colts.
Ooh, so Schwann's doing a little bit of a interesting play here, as he tried to use Capture Unlock. Now, Inferno's each of Inferno's arms and body, you can steal an elemental shield. There's an elemental shield for each body part. So try to get the steal there to try to get extra shields here for defense and possibly breakables for Kefka later on. Sarasota does get through that fight. They are currently at 8 characters, 7 espers, still 2 espers away after picking up the biggest prize, Gollum. All the matters columnist protection for tier 3 Kefka. And they're gonna go to Collapsing House Thief here. Oh no, just Thief.
Yeah.
12,000? Okay. Not, well, unfortunately, this kind of selects, that's kind of bad.
Yeah.
As things only sell for 500 a piece, so at 6,000, you're gonna have to sell. Anybody want to do math quick?
Quite a bit.
Oh!
I mean,
Sorry, I'm future casting.
oh, wait. Oh, I know where Schwantz is going. Schwantz is going World of Ruin, going to Go-Go. Left his party down to 1.
Are they going to Go-Go?
We're going to Go-Go. Brought the party down to 1.
Alright. Stairs Rose also going World of Ruin here. Oh, they're going to go to Moblez.
Moblez. Definitely seeing some big divergence here.
Yeah, so kind of a race between Stairs Rose and Swans on Espers right now. Fenrir is at the T-Zen Thief. Thank you, chat, for that. So Stairs Rose now only 1 Esper away here. No, it's still 2. Or did they get the Esper?
That's the only reason why we know Zen Thief is.
Yes, they did get the Esper. I do see on the tracker. So they did get the Esper.
Safety saving before going into the.
Reset on here on Ceres' side, though. Did not see the reward there for Moblez. Is going to move on to bigger and better things.
Looks like
Narsh for the Ruins, so Tritouch here.
Tritok and Umaru check.
Well, don't have Yamaro, so can't do Yamaro.
Umaru was at Colts.
Is where?
From Colts.
Oh, that's Kefka unlocked there with the go-go check there for the Schwans at 56, almost 57 minutes here into the run.
Yeah, so it looks like Gao was at Moblez, so it's just a character there.
Yep. Gao hanging out with his fellow kids, and Schwans right immediately into the tower here. I don't believe Schwans has Skip. Nope, they're still only at 9 bosses, so did not get Skip here. Skip is 12 bosses in this particular flag set.
Wow, I guess you don't realize how few bosses you actually have to fight. I thought you fought a lot more.
Yeah, but when you have Sabin, no boss on Collapsing House or in camp. Also Thief, not a boss. Celeste's Basement, also not a boss.
Yeah.
Mog's Wolf Check, not a boss. I mean, there's 5 checks right there.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's 12 bosses for Skip, not 11, so it's a little bit more. I mean, Schwans could do. You could take on Inferno here and a Dragon that gets you to 11. Come back in, take on the Dragon, warp out, and you've got Skip.
Saris Rose is able to take out Goddess here.
Dragons don't count as bosses? Okay, never mind then.
No, Dragons do not count as bosses. Saris Rose does take out Goddess here at the top of the hill here in Norsh. We'll see if this is an Esper for them. As Sigil is going to take out the Dragon here on top of the hill in Norsh. As Schwans goes into the first boss fight here inside the Kefka Tower. It is Ultros 4, so no experience for this one. It's swinging some mighty hammers, though.
Okay, so at least the statue spots count as bosses. So yeah, just going straight up the middle and doing Infernal Guardian and Poltergeist spot gives them the 12. And so when you warp out, you can actually plan your 2-party for left and right.
Yep, so Swans are electing to go with a 004 sweep of Kefka, and then going to reset with a skip to run a 202 set, as the middle lane will already be cleaned out. So this is actually a very strong setup for them to be able to unlock Kefka here. Saris Rose, by the way, backed out of the Yeti here. Didn't like the item on the carving here. Is now going to go into South Figaro World of Ruin for Edgar's checks here, going into the engine room. As Sigil now faces their goddess fight. That is going to be an Esper for Sigil. Sigil currently at 6 characters, 7 Espers, so there'll still be 1 Esper away from their unlock.
Yeah, we started off with 3 warp stones in this flag set, so we do have some warp stones. I don't think Schwantz has used any of the 3.
Well, he used it to get out of Go-Go. He used it to get out of the Go-Go check there.
1 out of Go-Go. We still have 2. We didn't sell them to try to get, our early Ragnaroks.
Yep. And when you Go-Go, you got a Warpo. I'm just saying. All right? I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Here we go, Go.
Oh, no. Oh, there's a dead check there at the top with the Goddess Fight Marvel shoes. Not a great reward there. So Sarasos did not get an Esper off that check either. So that was a double dead check, by the way. Narsh World of Ruin. Dead check at Tritox, dead check at Yeti. That's rough.
Hour in, and you're just like, okay, I just need 2 more. And we're gonna.
Yep. Just need 2 more.
World of Ruin, Zen, or not Zen, Zozo.
Yeah, World of Ruin Zozo. So this is a cyan check here.
Yeah.
Sirius Rose does not have this option because they did not pick their cyan up all the way back at the beginning of the run.
Yeah.
When they did. I think it was like the 15th or 18th minute mark.
Yeah, I don't need Cyan as a character. It's fine. I don't need characters. Where's your checks there, buddy?
Well, we have 8 characters at our disposal, so I'm pretty sure we can find Espers. We know there's an Esper on Go-Go, which they have not done yet, so that's another Esper they could gain for that. But we do not know what the reward is for this. I forgot what the reward is for this venture, actually.
Doesn't have enough money for the rust rid.
Are you serious?
Yeah, taking random encounters to get money.
Well, got with that 1 fight, so luckily for them, because money is only dropped at vanilla pricing.
It feels so bad when you don't have 1,000 GP coming into here.
Saris Rose does pick up an Esper off that first fight there. Is going to go for the second part of the Edgar check into the Ancient Castle, which we know is going to be an Esper. So this will be 6 characters, 9 Espers for Saris as they take the long path around, though. There's a shorter cut there. You go down the middle. You go down the middle of the first area to get to the left lane of the second area. So there's a shorter path to take there.
Look, traversing the ancient cave path is a nightmare. Looks like we're going to be taking on the Storm Dragon spot here on Sigil side.
Yeah, more dragons. Of course, this is going to push up scaling as well. And that is a dirty dragon. That is a very rough dragon to fight here.
Because we got a landslide coming in on our mug. And we've seen 3 out of the 4 Ultros fights.
Yes, this is Ultros number 3. Goes down very quickly, as we do have our full party here for Schwans. Once again, we'll be running a full party sweep here of Kefka here to the statue. And we'll be backing out, I believe... They are at 12 bosses now, so they do have skip, so we'll be able to save, reset, have a 2-0-2 party setup to finish off Kefka's tower.
Yeah.
And also near that level 40 range, so we're actually good on levels as well. Sigil progressing through here. This is actually going to be a new reward here. We don't know what this reward is. Here in Zozo, it is an Esper.
Well, we're rewarded.
So for Sigil, that is going to be 6 characters. I believe it's 8 espers for them.
Yeah, I think it's 8 Esper, 6 characters. Yeah, just looking for one more Esper.
So still need one more for them as well. Ceres Rose will be picking up their 9th Esper. They have Kefka unlocked, but unfortunately they are approximately 7 minutes behind Schwann's right now. As Schwann's has already re-entered Kefka's tower with a 202 setup. And we're going to see her right lane this deck. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, 2 bosses before we see the switches.
First boss is Well, I mean, sometimes double running can get you if you get the bad bosses, it helps. Or you just take your bonus character and just automatically kill them.
Yeah. You go, oh look, axe, 8,000. Ow.
If Normalized Restore was on, yeah. Again, Ceres Rose diving into the tower. Again, 7 to 8 minutes behind Schwann's. So Schwann's will have to basically get very far into Kefka's climb just to fall back down again in order for them to catch up. 54,000 in the World of Balance side for the Esper, by the way, for TZen. Definitely World of Ruin's cheaper.
Yeah, no.
Especially in this economy.
Yeah, this economy. You're not affording that.
By the way, level 46 VK offering locked there for Sigil.
That's some nice numbers, you know. Yeah, looks like we get Dad sitting here in the left lane.
Oh, so Ceres Rose does have skip, so we'll catch up quite a bit of time here. Now having to run 2 times through the tower is going to get rewarded too with very weak bosses on the side lanes.
Yep. In the middle, it wasn't too terrible either.
Oh, but Schwann's gets to the fight way faster than Ceres does. Ceres started the fight first, will end the fight second to Schwann's as Schwann's powers through that fight, and will be going to see Kefka in the next couple seconds.
Yeah, so I mean, I always say this with every single Final Fantasy, whether it's here with World Collide or 4 with Jeromus or even 1 with Chaos, never sleep on the final boss. Things can go haywire real quick, real fast. And with 4 tiers of Kefka...
Oh! There, did you finally get your howl? I had to wait for it to get the second time. Sorry.
Alright, looks like we got the switches being stepped on at 107.39 for Schwann's.
Yeah, he's at Kefka, and Sigil hasn't gotten to the tower yet, so Schwann's flying here.
Yeah. I mean, the EXP did some work early there for Ceres, but I don't know if it was enough. Oh, that's right, it was Yeti.
Yeah, I mean, all the boss fights in the tower are pretty easy.
Yeah.
No, we never ran into Doom Gaze, we never ran into Doom.
Looks like...
Ceres Rose catching up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Sigil might be doing a 2-2-2.
Sigil, let's see. They have currently... their tracker doesn't track bosses, actually, so I don't know how many bosses they've killed.
Not enough for Skip. That's not as much as I know.
Oh, they're running the old emo tracker, and emo tracker is not updated, so it's up to date. So they don't count bosses, and it doesn't count the new mod check. So
nope. I know this because I run the old emo tracker.
But which, by the way, if you do use our current tracker on FF6 Worlds Collide, it is up to date, and you can have it modded to look exactly like the emo tracker, so you have the color coding if you want to, like I do. So
here's a question.
Yes.
Does it link in with hardware?
Yes.
Oh, it does support the USB to SNES?
Yes, it does.
It didn't before.
It does now. It's shiny now.
Don't tell me this.
We're on final Kefka here. We are currently using the invisibility strat for the Schwans, as most of the attacks here from Tier 1 is physical attacks. We try to get the head down. Well, we get long arm, which is weak to automatic kill and stone, or petrification rally. Then we try to get head down next, before we leave the fists or left arm last, as we don't want to get giant quaked here by the head.
Yeah, but we're doing a lot of damage. Okay. Head was already down.
Yeah. Schwan's got this in the bag. Pending Tier 3 shenanigans or Ultima counters, we pretty much have this in the bag, I think, for Schwans.
We'll see what happens, because Tier 3 can open up with like a Merton. Or...
We have Life 3. We have Fenrir available. We have Golem available. We have Phantom available, as we just saw there a second ago.
Right, but Merton gets through all of that.
Yeah, well. Don't forget, Schwans was trying to steal elemental shields from Inferno. I don't know if he stole any, but...
He did get a nice shield.
Okay.
And then promptly took out Inferno with that capture, so...
Raiden's missing tools there, who is weak to insta-kill. That's the spot in the middle of this menagerie of Kefkas and tigers and bears all by, as magic does get stopped by the mute from Siren. Tiger is now being targeted now with the ice attacks, as okay, well, we'll just air cannon dust the tools instead. So tools will get an extra attack ability in, but once it does, it will auto kill itself.
I never realized that growing up playing this game, that's how air anchor worked.
And there it goes, off that atomic beam.
Yeah, South Cross coming in.
Yeah, so Tiger is the only one now available to really hit, because we don't really care about hits. Hits is only scary if you kill magic and hits back to back. Magic first, where he dimmies the whole party if he's not muted, and then hits comes in behind and just knocks out the rest of the party. So that's the only part you have to worry about for hits, really. But Tiger is now dead as well, so now we're trying to take out hits.
Yep. If you had, like, Bio would be actually pretty nice for this. But it looks like Saris Rose is in the Kefka fight in Tier 1. Has Fire 3, gonna try to make quick work.
Saris is definitely catching up here. By the way, hits also weak to stop, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, the 10 hits is still going to go off, but you can at least reduce the amount of damage incoming from his physical, so...
Yep. Well, hits is trying to pop out damage now. Half the team is invisible, so it will automatically miss Locke and Edgar portion of the side of the team there.
Yeah.
As Saris Rose through that, he's on Tier 2 as well.
Just as Swan is finishing up Tier 2, Saris hot on the heels.
Yeah, well, don't remember, Experience Egg Saris very early on, thanks to the looting in Albrook. So could be paying dividends here, as Schwans is finishing up Tier 2 with Magic the only one up. Quater hitting every single member of the party! Oh no! I don't want to commentator curse this, but Schwans is in trouble if it is an open Merton. Now, we do have Paladin Shield and maybe an Elemental Shield on one or two of the characters. So 2 of the characters on his team will likely go down if this is an open Merton.
Oh no!
Oh, how many party members are going to go down?
2.
Oh, no, Locke stayed up. Only 1 went down. So we're not in a horrible state.
No. But it is going to bleed some time here to recover.
Woo! Just like a bag of popcorn, Schwans at very low health gets microwaved right off the back on Tier 3 here. Having to take a moment to heal their party, get Edgar back up again. We don't. I don't remember what the calmness protection is. I think they have Fenrir. They don't. I know they know. I do know they do not have Gollum. They might have Fenrir from the thief check here.
It also has life 3.
He also has life 3, which he has not casted on the party. So.
It also may not have the MP for life 3. Oh, okay. Has Fenrir queued up, ready to go.
There we go. Oh, there's my buddy. By the way, Dispel and 10 hits did come out here for Ceres' side. Might be moving on to tier 3 here. And much better shape than Schwann's did, and they are. So much better shape for Ceres. Does not have to take a moment to try to reheal the party and stuff. Is still catching up here. As I believe this flare will take out Sleep here. By the way, Girl has 9,900 HP. We hit her with physical attacks. We took her out first, and Sleep goes down next. There's the calmness. We already have Fenrir up. That's going to miss here. We're moving on to tier 4.
Yep, only get the 1. Ceres doesn't get murdered, but he gets whirlwinded.
Oh, Wild Wind. Oh my goodness. Whirlwind, however you want to call it, with very weird graphics, I must say.
Yeah. Going right into the damage output. Has a Mega Elixir queued up.
We're not screwed. We have Gollum. We already have Fenrir up still. Girl, we'll go down to the Atma weapon attack there. Good damage. So I'm thinking that Ceres' damage was coming out of the Edgar with the Atma weapon as they're doing 5k a pop. So that probably was Ceres' closing gap there, was the Atma weapon Edgar with the experience egg from early on. So.
Yep. There we got shields being thrown.
Oh yeah, this Kafka is not long for the world. We do have to hope we don't get the damage too low to get the ultimate counter before Goner, though. As we're getting dangerously close there. Nope, we get the Goner stage, so we're good to go.
Yep. Blitz him as fast as you can. Meanwhile, Ceres Rose finishes the fight going into Kefka.
Yeah, the Swans has too much of a lead here. As he does a sketch. Havoc. I tried to do... I'll try to showboat with a sketch Ultima try there out of Celeste. Does not get it. That's going to be a crack. That's going to be a POW for the Schwans. Official time is 1:17:12 for the Schwans. 27. GG for the heads-up fight here. By the way, this is a Battle Royale. This isn't the only racers we have in this round. There are many more racers that are running in the background all week long. So stay tuned to all the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide channels to see what will be all the time, sir, for that and the races. So,
Well, looks like Sigil taking out the final statue here. Going to be stepping on the switches here shortly, getting through with the 2-2 and 2.
And by the way, Ceres Rose pounding away with the Edgar with 6,000 damage a swing here out of the Atma weapon, 9,000 damage out of their Celeste with a Pearl there to top it off. I think that's going to be a crack POW out of them. It is crack POW out of them. Official time 1:18:10, or actually 1:18:06. We're going to go to 1:18:06. It's going to be official time on the screen because that's when they actually stop the timer, not in the chat race room. So pretty close race. Ceres Rose, by the way, 7 minutes behind, managed to crawl all the way back to get in within a minute. So that was a 6-minute time jump for them.
Yeah. Wow. Talk about what the skip can do for you.
The power of the skip. And the XP egg, too.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Sigil going to be about to start their Kafka fight here.
Yep. By the way, again, we've had several video hits here from Sigil's side. So bear with us for this. So hopefully we'll have too many more hits later on throughout this run as they climb up Kefka's tower. But we do have 2 of our finished runners here, so the Schwans 27 and Ceres Rose. GG to both of you. Pretty exciting race there for you guys.
GG's.
I want to throw up.
It went that well for you, huh?
I How many checks did you end up with, Schwantz?
I got to 18 checks.
Okay, so you didn't do that much better than I did.
Yeah, so it came down to either all of Cyan's dream for one Esper, Mount Zozo, or Opera House, or Zone Eater. And I chose Zone Eater because I'm a glutton for punishment and the stream likes memes. So we did that.
I was really excited. I did Opera House early and got Sabin from it, and I was hoping.
Nice.
I was like, that was the first, like, one of the first characters I got. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe this is what's gonna gate the seed. And then I saw Cyan, and I'm like, well, it could still be the 6th character. And then I got like 4 more characters.
Saris was at 7 characters, 1 Esper for the majority of the run.
Yes.
Yeah, I was the complete opposite. I did not do mod checks until I did everything else. So I'm glad there was lots of divergence. So with a barter seed, my plan is to usually check a shop or two that's kind of out of the way. And this seed, it was World of Ruin and IKEA, which had Ragnaroks for sale. And so I already knew what I was going to do for the majority of the game as soon as I saw that. So it was a bit boring for me. It was just a bit of a hold A type of seed. But I really wanted a 3rd character.
Saris, I will say that Schwanz did enter Kefka's Tower at around 56, 57 minutes. Saris, you were like 7 minutes behind them going into the tower. However, Schwanz still had to get boss skip by using the tower to get the boss skip, and only did the middle lane, had to back out, get the 2 side lanes. So by the end of it, you actually managed to crawl back 6 minutes on Schwanz by the end.
Oh, wow.
So his 7-minute lead turned into a 1-minute finish. So you definitely clawed your way back, mostly because of that experience egg you found.
Of course.
Yeah. You got those Ragnaroks. I found the experience eggs for sale.
Oh, they're for sale too? I saw you pick one up in Albrecht in a chest.
I picked one up too. Did I have a 3rd experience egg? I thought I bought 2.
I mean, you picked one up in Albrecht.
Did I go to Albrook?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Albrook, World of Ruin.
The weapon shop 2 chests.
In Albrook?
So that was my
we
other spot.
we saw the experience egg when you were in Albrook. Maybe that's not where you got it, but that's when we saw it, because that's when we saw it in the item pool.
Albrook only has 1 chest in the weapon shop.
There's 2 right next to each other, I thought.
In the armor shop.
That's the armor shop.
Okay,
Yeah.
armor shop.
I think I got the eggs from Zen, like World of Balance Zen. Or maybe
Oh,
World of
okay.
Balance Zen. I don't know. I don't even remember
It's
the
a
party I
blur.
had in Final Kefka. I don't mind losing a bit though, because I got to do a lot of very funny things this stream, like sketching Guardian for Big Guard, among other things.
Nice.
And
yes.
debilitating Rexol to give it lightning weakness, and then thunder shielding it.
Well, you also had Schwann showboating a little bit, trying to get a sketch Ultima onto Kefka there at the end.
Yeah, I went
before that, I want to mention the quadruple demi into microwave into tier 3. That had to be scary.
Yeah, I knew that I was going to be fine with the gear that Celeste and Mog had. Locke and Edgar, not so much. I don't even think they have shields. But I knew I could recover in time. My offense is stupidly good. The biggest mistake I think I made this seed, and I'll try and do this in my next one, was I didn't take 1 or 2 more grind fights at the very, very beginning. I got to level 9, and I was like, yeah, this is okay. When I should have probably been at like 12 or 13 due to the way that scaling works. So I had trouble with the first dragon I took in Phoenix Cave because of that. I had to reset out of SR Behemoth because of that. So I think even 1 or 2 fights in the very beginning of the game can help you snowball into having more and more and more levels as the seed went on.
Now, not doing those fights, Saris, is that why you didn't try to get the Cyan when you also picked up the Celeste at top of Narsh early on?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on... I don't know, I guess I wasn't planning on doing any grinding up there, and I felt like, okay, Celeste opens up a lot for me. I can always come back here. I seem to have found every single horrible boss everywhere else. So I don't know what was up there, but it probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
There's a Magimaster somewhere. Did you run into that one?
Oh yeah, the Magimaster at the end of the train tracks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that's
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah. Luckily, Quasar Mog was stacked for most of the run before my Atma offering. Edgar came really online, so I just gave Mog the Paladin Shield and he just Quasar'd.
Yeah, shout out to the.
Nice
And that was a
master
hot change too. You had to hot change that in the battle to get him the Paladin Shield too. So.
Yeah, because I unlocked the Paladin Shield in the minecart.
Yeah, I wonder what I probably would have done without getting the Ragnaroks at the beginning of the game. It might have been, drill, and then there was an Atma weapon laying around somewhere that I found as well. But I think the seed would have looked very different had I not gotten that. Mog, I think, has like over 100 magic power at this point, so maybe this would have been a way more magic-heavy seed, which also means it takes up more time with casting animations and stuff like that too. So that probably affected my time also. But I'm pretty happy with what I did, all things considered.
Weirdly enough,
Tibble, sorry.
Except for getting to do the rename cards the first time, so that's why I'm doing the Kefka fight again with the rename cards, because we got to do that whenever you're on restream.
Tibble, get in there. Sigil is into tier 3 now.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll also be a Merton here. Sarah, I did have one question.
that was a lot of noises.
Dude, every time, man.
Man, I'm just a curse for commentary for 6. No, Sarah, how did you feel when you got that Illumina out of the Coliseum?
It was such a weird seed for being a barter seed. My Atma weapon and my Illumina neither came from shops. Atma weapon was just a random chest, and Illumina was a Coliseum thing. But I felt thrilled that I was going to be doing something besides Quasar the entire run.
Yeah, when you see Quasar, and to a lesser extent, I leaned on Arrow pretty heavy early on too, because Arrow is a ridiculously powerful spell, and it costs like 15 more, I think, in this seed than Quasar did. When you see that on your starting lore user, you're like, okay, I think I know I have one build for that person already. Let's see what else the seed can kind of give me, right? So I found absolutely nothing in the Coliseum. I just went there for the stat boost, because why not?
Yeah, it was for Illumina was for Fire Rod.
I did get to do capture a few times and steal like some rods and steal some shields from Inferno, so that made me at least a little bit happy to show off some of that tech as well. I am excited, looking forward to Zozo next week, which is always a bit of a mind bender. For those that auto track, it'll be a little weird. Because you'll see a character and be like, wait a minute, that's not the character I see on the screen. But I think the audience sort of loves the Zozo flag set.
Now, how did things go for Sigil?
Well, Sigil kind of bounced off of various things a lot. Let's see. I don't know how many checks they've got because they use the older tracker, but they just finished now.
GG.
128.11 for Sigil's time there. As if I forgot to stop the timer, so we'll go with 128.11. Just remind them that is their correct time.
Yeah, so I mean, Sigil did not have skip. Also, one was a 2, 2, and 2 for the Kefka climb. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, they kind of bounced off a bit of a checks there. Sigil ended up with... I'm sorry, the tracker is very hard to read. They ended up with... I believe they ended up with 7 characters, 9 espers, 3 dragons, 78 loots. I don't know what the bosses were, because this version of Emo Tracker does not track the bosses. But did you join us in the chat, I believe, now? Hey, Sigil.
Hello.
So GG's to you. Don't forget to stop your timer. 128.11 is your time, by the way.
I already submitted it.
Oh, okay, good job. So how was
Yeah,
that
make
for
sure
you?
you submit your times from the race room as well. PSA.
I sort of zoned out in the Magitech factory.
That was a spicy factory.
The end of the factory.
Yeah, or it was Magimaster into Toilet Atma.
No, what was it? Esper character?
I
It
think-
was
Esper at
Blank.
the end?
Esper.
For where?
It was Raiden into Phantom for the Magic Factory.
That was probably my second Esper.
Yeah, it was Dead Check. It was it was Dead Check Esper.
Yeah. I sort of zoned out and forgot my boss count.
Oh no.
Oh no. But Sigil, did you do Magic 3 or no?
No.
Well, good, because Magimaster was on the minecart.
I had a VK offering at the time.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Hey, Sigil, you know how I managed to get through Magimaster?
How?
Paladin Shield.
Did you guys not find Berserk? Was that maybe on the Esper I got from Phoenix Cave? Did you guys do Phoenix Cave?
No, I didn't do Phoenix.
No.
I feel
Okay,
like I
so then
ended up-
maybe that's how I got through that.
Yeah, Swans, very early Phoenix Cave, I might add.
Hey, I needed loot. I needed Ragnarok, so I
Yeah,
needed loot.
Yeah, Sigil, Ragnarok's for sale, and Nakia World of Ruin.
I was never going there.
No, that is an out of the way town. Usually.
Yeah.
If you're going to Doma, maybe, but it depends on the direction you're going from.
Well, Schwann's apparently definitely needed a pit stop for gas on the way there.
Gotta get the snackies.
Yeah. So how are you guys sitting in right now in this the flashback battle royale, as other runners have finished probably. This is a week-long thing. It is an async. I believe there's 20 of you left right now in the fight.
That sounds about right. No, I think it was 25 made it through Madeline. Basically,
Yeah.
everybody-
I'd matter when you mean.
So,
everyone who
we-
finished
25 tolerated Madeline, we'll put it that way. And then, so we're going to be losing 5 this week, so down from 25 to 20 for week number 6.
Yeah, it seems like all the even weeks, Schwans, because, I mean, you've been around, I think, the longest of all of us. Not the AGO and everything.
Wow.
But I feel like all the even weeks are the difficult weeks, and all the odd weeks are all the easy weeks. As I was looking through all the flags and everything for each week.
You mean the other way around? The even weeks are the difficult ones.
I'm sorry, the other.
weeks
Yeah,
are-
right. You're right. The other way around. This is an odd week, so yeah, this was an easy week.
I guess. I mean, barter seeds are kind of one of those things where it's very random dependent. If you go find the right shop, then you win, right? Like, I won the seed at minute 15, basically, because I found the Ragnarok shop, right? Somebody that didn't was going to have to struggle a little bit to get their offense. But in terms
the
of
20K chest you found in Phoenix Cave didn't hurt either, by the way.
that is very true. On the other hand, though, right, the enemies and flag set itself is not as difficult. I think is more of what you're trying to say. Zozo will be a little bit tough because of the requirements and having to set the clock as well. But the enemies won't be that difficult. They won't be as difficult as they are this seed. It's just we're going to have to get more things to unlock Final Kefka, right? So, I don't know. I guess it just depends.
Schwartz, you basically wrote the book on resetting the clock.
Yeah, if you want a video, there's a video. But I want to thank you guys for volunteering to do the restream. Saber Wolf and Tybalt for doing comms, Cheech for doing tracking. Thank you guys as well, fellow runners Saris Rose and Sigil, for volunteering to be on restream. This was awesome. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait to watch the race back. But I appreciate all of you putting in the hard work to make it happen.
Yeah, it was definitely a heck of a race to commentate. Kind of glad to get back in the booth again.
Yeah, always fun to be here with helping out with all, and just want to give a quick shout out to a week from now, Gaming for Hope, Gamers Against Cancer. Be sure to check that out. It's a really good cause for that, so stay tuned to that. It is the second or third weekend of March, so coming up here in about 4 weeks from now. Be sure to check that out, as we will have not one but 2 runs from the Worlds Collide group in that event. So be sure to check that out.
Ooh.
I don't
All right,
I don't believe rate anybody for the SpeedGaming group, unless we rate to the SpeedGaming channel. But
No. When you click done, SpeedGaming will do its own thing behind the issues. They have, excuse me, behind the scenes, they have their own beepity bops to do. But yeah, thank you guys for doing this. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, everyone.
All right,
Yeah, GG's everyone.
catch you later. Bye bye now.
bye bye.
Bye.